welcome to another episode of Sentimental Sensation. I'm your host, as always, George. And this is the podcast where we talk about the significance and impact music has on our day-to-day lives. Today, I've got a special guest, my own sister, Kate. Hello, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for letting me on this podcast.
That's okay.
As you said, my name is Kate. I'm his younger sister. I work in retail, and I've just started studying an animal books.
Cool. Thanks for that. Yeah, so today we're going to talk a bit about movie soundtracks and some of the kind of significant songs we like associate with a movie or a film. So should be pretty good. You want to start us off, or shall I?
I can if you want.
Yeah, okay.
I have lots of different favourite movies, but one of my favourite songs from the Johnny English movie, the very first one, is by Robbie Williams, called Man of All Seasons. And it's at the very start of the movie when they're kind of introducing him and he's trying to put together his gun. And suiting up and everything. So I definitely think that's probably one of my favourite songs from that movie.
For sure, yeah. I really like that song as well. It's pretty good. Kind of talks about like the hero that nobody wanted, or the hero that nobody asked for, but we got kind of vibe about it.
It's good. Yeah.
Good song to describe the movie, I think.
Yeah. Definitely sets the tone for the movie.
I had Shrek down on my list of songs. So I feel like, especially at least with the first movie, you got, I think it's I'm on My Way by Proclaimers.
Yes.
And then I think what else is on that soundtrack, because there's a few songs I like, but they're all from different. The first one has like a few random covers. I remember there's one that's called like "Stay Home" by this artist. Like, I want to stay home today, don't want to go out and play. If anyone comes to play, gonna tell them to go away, kind of thing. And then I think they got like a Bad Reputation cover. There's one called like "Wow," which is pretty cool.
Which movie do they have I'm a Believer in?
Oh yeah, I'm a Believer. That's the one. That's like the obvious one that needs to come to mind. Yeah, that was by Smash Mouth, but obviously originally by the Monkees. But yeah, that's a pretty good song. And I like at the end how Eddie Murphy starts singing it, and it kind of like, and then I saw her face. Now I'm a Believer. That's always good. And then I know the second one had "Accidentally in Love" by Counting Crows, which is a pretty classic. And then it also had, I think the second one had "Changes," which is the song by David Bowie. Changes, turn and face the strange. But it had a guest, I think the band was called like Butterfly Butcher or something like that. But it featured David Bowie as well.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the other movies, I don't think they really had as good a soundtrack from memory, but I think the first two were probably the best ones.
Yeah. Which is the one where I think there's which movie is it at the start where Donkey gets kidnapped and then he starts learning to fly and he's like dreaming.
Oh, that's the first one, I think, because he starts off as like he belongs to this old lady who's trying to the Lord Farquaad wants to like, I can't remember, like get rid of all the fairy tale creatures, so they're all being like brought to the soldiers to kind of be taken away. And then of course like I think there's like a vial with like fairies in or something, it falls on him. he like starts flying up, and then obviously he runs off and ends up meeting Shrek at some point, and then the one where he becomes the horse is the second one, I think, where he becomes a stallion after taking the happily ever after potion. He's like, I'm a stallion, baby.
Huh? Into a human.
Yeah, that's the one, yeah. Yeah, that's the second one, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because that's got, what's her name? From French and Saunders, forget her first name, but the one that, did those, who played the godmother.
Oh, yeah.
The evil, like, godmother. Also had Ben Slam.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
And I was thinking of, like, the cover they do of I Want You to Want Me.
Good, yeah.
And I think they also do that, what's it, the Meatloaf cover. I forget what the name of the song is. Someone, like the one they play at the end when Vanessa Amorosi's character, like, joins the band. Someone to hold back on or something like that. Yeah. And I think that also the soundtrack also has Rebel Rebel by David Bowie. I can't remember the other. Oh, yeah, I don't know if that was in the soundtrack, but that was definitely in the movie, yeah. That's a good song. If only I could whistle. The skill I yet to master.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if it's something you learn, or I just always knew I didn't really like learn.
Yeah. I kind of feel like it's one of those things that you either can do or you can't, and I think I'm just unlucky that I can't. I think it's like you're either born with it or you're not.
Yeah.
I also had that, you remember that Pretend song? I don't want to pretend anymore. Say, won't you say, do. You know, when the boyfriends, like, the ex-boyfriends were trying to get back together with the girl, and he plays that song, yeah.
That's right, yeah. Oh, it's got, what's her name, Charlotte, from,
Charlotte.
The character is Charlotte, isn't it? And she's from the band. What's the last from the movie?
Oh, Ali and AJ.
Yeah,
that did like a like whoa, everybody's like whoa, yeah.
Yeah, she's in it as well.
Yeah, she's been in a few things, I think. Kind of like the kind of like the Lindsay Lohan. She has her singing career, that she also has like an acting career.
And now Harry Styles has joined the.
Oh yeah. Oh, is he? Yeah, right. Okay.
He's done.
That's surprising.
Movie Dunkirk, and then there was an article suggesting that he was Prince in.
Oh man.
I can't remember. They were doing like a remake of the movie, and he was supposed to be like a prince.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, right. Fair enough. Seems fairly fitting, I guess.
But I think he's gotten quite into it now.
Yeah. Surprised me. There's another song of that soundtrack as well called "Where Are You Now," which is probably my favourite one. Which I guess I don't know if you've listened to this one, but it's like, to my favourite teacher, told me never give up, to my fifth grade crush who I thought I really loved, and stuff. And it's kind of like saying, where are you now? Which I think is kind of like a cool, like, where are you now after, all those years, from your ex and your school teacher?
Yeah.
Good song. I think that the one I was thinking of that they sing at the end is "Everything I Own," which I think is the Meatloaf cover. I will give everything I own. Give up my life, my heart, my home.
I always remember in the movie that the drummer has a thing for the mum. He's like,
oh yeah. I keep forgetting about that. Yeah. She's played by Lisa Kudrow from Friends. It's such a good movie. Had a bit of a dark storyline. I remember with the whole like him and his dad thing, but I think it was a good movie. Apart from I mean, I guess it's kind of like teenage angst and everything for you, but yeah, good movie, good soundtrack, good cast.
He had a nickname because his dad was always drinking.
D like drunk while intoxicated or something.
Yeah.
Dewey, I think it was. Yeah, Dewey, because he like drunk while intoxicated. Dewey. Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever seen 10 Things I Hate About You?
Yes. Yep. Classic.
Yeah. That's got some good soundtrack. That also has the song I Want You to Want Me On, but I think it's by like a different band. It's got a few other kind of like well-known kind of 90s hits, because I think it was pretty sure it was made around the 90s sometimes, because it had Heath Ledger in when he was obviously a lot younger before he did like Batman and stuff. And then obviously passed away after that.
Been a while since I watched that movie. I can't
remember. Yeah. I think I watched it in high school the first time. And it had what's his name? Joseph Gordon-Levitt, I think he's called, who played the young kid.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm trying to think what songs were in that movie. I'd have to have a look. Nothing.
Yeah, well, I know. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that the "I Want You to Want Me" song was on there. And I don't know what there are any sort of other super well-known ones, but I think they're kind of like a lot of maybe like 90s one-hit wonder kind of track. Nothing that like sort of jumped out at me from memory.
No.
Yeah, they're all just like these obscure bands I've never heard of. I mean, they got one by the Cardigans. Oh, there's one by Madness actually. There's one called Letters to Cleo, which is Cool to Be Kind, but that's by a different guy. There's one more thing someone could. I think some of them are like covers, but yeah. They're all Semisonic. They're fairly well known, but yeah. Don't really know most of the songs on there. Is there another one you had in mind, or should I keep going with my list?
The Breakfast Club. That was a '90s movie, right? Or was that a bit
90s, maybe? I feel like that was a bit early. That might have been like, oh, no, I just had it then. 85.
I was going to say in the '80s, maybe.
Yeah, it's just a bit under the radar, I guess, for that.
Because obviously the most well-known song that comes from that album is "Don't You Forget About Me."
Yeah, I think that's kind of like the staple song of that movie, I guess. There's a few others, but yeah, I don't recognise any of the artists from them. There's one called Fire in the Twilight, I'm the Dude, Hot Too Hot to Hold.
The people that wrote "Don't You Forget About Me."
Simple Mind.
Yeah, that was the band.
Yeah. That they've. I know what their other hits are, but I think that's probably their most like well-known one. I think that's kind of brought them to stardom. And Live and Kicking. Yeah, I don't know many of them, but pretty sure they're from Scottish. Yeah, they're from Glasgow.
Okay, yeah, Scotland.
Yeah. I was going to say Edinburgh. Oh, there's a picture of them now. They look quite old.
Another movie in the 80s was Footloose.
Footloose, yeah. A lot of well-known movies, I think, from that decade that had like that one song. But I guess that one also is the name of the movie as well. By Kenny Loggins, I think it is. Yeah. I feel like he had another well-known song. Lenny Loggins. Oh, Kenny. I was putting Lenny instead of Kenny. Danger. Oh, Danger Zone. That's the one I was thinking of. Yeah, Footloose and Danger Zone were kind of his two main hits, I think. Apparently, oh wait, no, is that Top Gun? It's got people also search for "Take My Breath Away," which I think might have been from the dance movie. I forget what it's called. That was a dance movie that's like really famous. Could be, yeah. Or no, I think there's another one. I can't remember for the life of me. I'm sure someone will remember. What a the one that had the "What a Feeling," doo 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 doo. If I type dance movies, it'll come up. I typed in popular dance movie and it came up with Joker. I mean, I think there's like maybe like a scene in that where he dances, but I don't know if I'd call it a dance movie. Yeah, I can't. Do, 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 do. Yeah, I can't. It's like completely lost my mind. Forgot my mind on it, but yeah. Oh, Flashdance, I think it was called.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I've actually watched it, but I had a few fairly well-known tracks on it.
No, I haven't seen that.
I think it also had like that song, "She's a Maniac, Maniac" on the floor.
Oh yeah, comes up.
Yeah, Flashdance, What a Feeling, that's the name of the song. Or maybe it wasn't that movie that had Take My Breath Away, perhaps that was Dirty Dancing. There was also a Hoodwink.
Oh yeah.
I had a lot of good songs by Ben Fold, that one, like Red is Blue, Take Me Out of the Woods, Tree Critters. Um, I'm a tree critter. What else? I think those were the Be Prepared song.
Yeah.
37 years ago, which didn't put a spell on me.
No, I didn't. Right.
Almost feel like that movie could be considered a musical because of how many songs they got on there.
Yeah. And there was that Schnitzel song.
Oh, the Schnitzel song, yeah. Schnitzel, oh, leader. Schnitzel, the favorite treat for every boy. Yeah, good times.
Didn't Ben Folds also do the song for Over the Hedge?
I did too, yeah,
Rocking the
rocking the
Suburb.
suburb. Yeah. But obviously, he made a like a PG version of that because the original versions he's like swearing in the original version he made. So he did like a PG version for the film. But I know the original one he does has a bit with William Shatner in where he's complaining about the neighbor's dog,
Yeah.
and like the leaving all their newspapers by the door, and he's like saying he's doing this anger therapy class so that he doesn't get annoyed, which is quite funny. But I don't know if he did all the songs on that Over the Hedge soundtrack, but there was another one he did called Family of Me. You always have the family of me. When like at the start, when obviously the raccoon lives by himself, and he's like, he works for the bear kind of thing to give him all the food. Yeah. And then obviously like tries to steal all the food for the bear when he meets all the other guys. I have a feeling like Avril Lavigne played like one of the possums or something in that movie, or some famous actress or actor or singer.
Bruce Willis.
Oh yeah, it was. What was that? Willis, yeah, he plays RJ. He's the raccoon,
Yeah.
and then Steve Carell's the tortoise. Yeah, then Avril Lavigne plays Heather. I think he's one of the little. I don't want to say possum. It is possum, yeah, but they're obviously the American equivalent of that because it was the American. What was that?
They call them opossums. I'm pretty sure.
Opossum, did it? I thought they just called them possums.
They call the American version of possums. They call them opossums.
Okay. Yeah, right. Okay. I just thought it was called possum, and we had possums, and they had possum, and it was kind of just like a different. Even though I feel like they're pretty different, but I guess
yeah. Yeah, they're American.
Yeah, it seems like there's a few famous faces in that movie. Apparently, it had Ariel Winters from Modern Family in as well. He played, the geeky one.
Oh, okay.
The geeky girl that Phil and forget the wife's name. Huh?
Phil and Claire.
Phil and Claire. I was thinking Claire or something beginning with C. Yeah.
Oh, classic. Yeah, Ariel Winter. That's how.
Ariel Winter. Yeah, what a day.
Apparently, she had a really bad childhood.
A really what?
Bad childhood.
Ah, yeah, right, okay.
Yeah, apparently her mum was very abusive, or she at least.
Okay. Yeah. Seems to be the seems to be like the requirement for becoming famous these days. You got to have a tragic upbringing or childhood, otherwise you can't be famous. I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of celebrities out there that had a good childhood, but I feel like it's very common. Oh yeah, probably more musicians. Yeah, probably a way for them to kind of break out of the mold or whatever of the underprivileged life or whatever.
Singing is their way of expressing their emotion.
Yeah.
How else to?
True. Yeah. If they didn't have all this like terrible experiences, they'd have nothing to write about. there'd be no heartbreak songs or,
No,
this thing that happened to me when I was younger.
yeah.
Also had the Valentine's Day movie soundtrack on there as well. So it has a lot of kind of classic romance songs.
That's got
Like,
Today Was a
huh?
Fairy Tale on it. I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, that's yeah. I think that's the first like that was like kind of how she. I'm pretty sure that's the how she kind of debuted that song. I'm pretty sure by putting it on that album. There's the Fairy Tale, yeah, which I think is probably one of the lesser known songs as far as I'm aware.
Oh, well.
I don't know if she ever released it on one of the albums or not. I'm not too sure.
I don't know.
'Cause I know, like that song "Vacation" by Simple Plan. They only brought that out on There was a movie with Mary Kate and Ashley, those two twins, and that song was on that album. But I don't think it ever made it to any of their other albums.
Oh, what a song that is. That's good. Is that
What the song?
Yeah, because it talks about someone
I know
being
a girl who's obsessed with a guy. She talks for hours until tomorrow she'll call again.
like he'll like hang up on phone calls and tell her to go away, but she's still
Yeah. Like an episode of Rosehaven I was watching the other day where this landlord would keep coming over to the house because she thought like the girl was like lonely and she didn't like her coming over because she'd always be like, oh, you need this and you need this soap to make you feel better, and she'd just be really like, get out of my life. So they kind of devise this plan to like try and stop her, and it all kind of goes a bit awry, but in the end they kind of come to terms, and she's like, oh yeah, it's okay, I'll leave you alone, I just thought you needed the company kind of thing.
Yeah.
But that album had The Way You Look Tonight by Maroon 5 did a cover of that one. Also got Jumped and Fall, which is another Taylor Swift song. I don't know if that's exclusive to that album as well. There's Keep On Loving You, Somebody to Love by a different artist. I presume that's the Queen version. There's I'm Into Something Good, originally by the Herman Hermits, but this one's called The Bees and the Birds, the Men. And there's also Signed, Sealed, Delivered, I'm Yours by Indian singer. Which I quite like. It's a very kind of funky, funkadelic version because the original one's by Stevie Wonder, but obviously that's a bit more laid back, where this one's got a very kind of Bollywood vibe to it. It's like, oh yeah, do 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 do.
Valentine's Day, do they go? Oh, that's right. They go to that Indian restaurant, don't they?
Yeah, where they're kind of like for all the hopeless singles that never have anyone. And then that's the one with like the girl who's the Ashton Kutcher's friend who's like dating the guy, but then the guy's got like a family.
He goes into Ashton Kutcher's florist and asks for 2 batches of flowers to be sent.
Yeah, and he's like, "What's going on here?" Maybe. It's got a George Lopez as well. He's like helps Ashton Kutcher out. Yeah. So I think like the car breaks down or something, and then they have to like hand deliver them or something. Because he like crashes into that like celebrity guy who's like a famous footballer, and then he's like denouncing that he's like gay and stuff. But,
It's Bradley Cooper.
Oh yeah, when that's right. Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah, one of his lesser known roles, but
very minor role.
Yeah.
He sticks with Oh, what's the actress's name? Who's the army?
Julia Roberts.
Julia Roberts, yeah.
Yeah.
He sits with her on the plane.
That's right, yeah. They usually like with those kind of movies, they're all kind of interlinked in some way.
Yeah.
You also got like New Year's Eve, and I don't know if they made any other ones, but those are the main two I can think of.
Not really any other. Oh, apart from Christmas, there's not really any.
Christmas, yeah. I'm surprised I don't know if they made a Christmas one. They might have if it's by the same guy, but or even like an Easter one or something. Or I don't know. There's like Mother's Day, but I don't know if that's the same guy or not.
I didn't even know that there was a movie
Yeah.
about them.
So it's got Jennifer Aniston in it, I think, and Julie Roberts. Julia Roberts, pretty sure. I haven't actually seen it, but I've seen like it, and like I've seen the cover of it and stuff.
Oh yeah, a 2016 movie that also has Julia Roberts in.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Oh, and oh yeah, I'm so bad with actresses' names.
Yeah.
The girl from Bride's Wall. Remember that one?
Ah, Bright, Kristen Wiig. Or was it a
Yeah.
different one? Oh, Bride was. Anne
And
Hathaway and
it's
yeah.
like Kate.
Yeah, I know the movie. I can't remember the actress. Um, oh, Kate Hudson.
Hudson. Oh my goodness. That's embarrassing. Should know that.
Apparently that had Chris Pratt in.
Yeah.
Feel like we should talk about Disney movies because I think you got a few. Well, you wanted to talk about Toy Story, right?
Yeah. Well, it's one of
Good
my
place to start.
favorite Disney movies. Like I've loved it ever since I grew up. So, obviously the most famous song is "You've Got a Friend in Me."
Yeah, I think that's kind of like the main.
It
Oh,
really
I'm pretty sure most people would know that song. Pretty
yeah.
sure that's kind of the first kind of proper one they did
Kind of good
from like
music.
the Archies. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you got a friend in me. I also like the second song on that soundtrack's called "Strange Things." Like
Oh yeah.
strange things are happening to me, which I quite like. That's
They're all
basically like the concept, I guess, is talking about how I was like top dog, and now this new guy comes in and kind of wrecks the show for me, which is pretty much like the whole movie in a nutshell.
yeah. They're both by Randy Newman as well, though.
Yeah, I think Randy Newman pretty much does. I think he does the soundtrack for that as well. He does a lot of the Disney stuff. He mostly does the music for. I mean, I think mainly like Pixar. I don't know if he does any of the mainstream like Lion King and all that, but I know he's pretty well known for like that. And I think he also did another favorite of mine, which is if I didn't have you from the Monsters Inc. movie.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't have nothing if I didn't have you. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. Yeah, good song.
And if I can think of any other kind of Pixar ones, but those are the kind of the main ones that stand out to me. I mean,
Yeah.
I guess there's also like the Cars movie, like Life is a Highway, and I can't remember what else is on that song.
A Beauty and the Beast. The song The Beauty and the
Oh
Beast.
yeah, well I was thinking more specifically Pixar movies, but yeah,
Right.
obviously you've got like the Beauty and the Beast, Under the Sea, and all the other ones I can't. Oh, and, I mean, yeah. There's also that one from what is it from Mulan? I'll make a man out of you. I'll make a man out of you.
I mean, I don't know whether it's Pixar, but like The Lion King.
Yeah, that's not Pixar. Pixar's like the more computer animated ones, so like Toy Story, Up, Bug's Life, Wall-E, Finding Nemo. Those are the kind of.
I didn't. Oh, Incredibles.
Oh, Incredibles! Yeah, did they have any? That was a really good soundtrack. I don't think they had any like spoken word songs, but that do 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 do. I love that bit. That song where it's like the kind of that's like Mr. Incredible's theme. That's like really that's a really cool soundtrack song. I mean, I feel like Pixar movies in general have really good soundtracks.
Yeah.
But the Cars one, it also had Real Gone, which I like. Real Gone by Sheryl Crow. It's like, think you're a mess, and real. And then it also had Route 66 performed by John Mayer, and Our Town by James Ray, James Taylor, sorry, which I was like, Our Town, the more kind of mellow song when it's talking about the little town that they all live in. Well, you got like all the soundtrack songs. And then the second one, I remember there was that song, Collision of Worlds by Robbie Williams and Brad. I forget his last name. He's a famous American country singer. And it's like talking about the differences between like the UK and America. It's like we say, petrol, you say gasoline. And there's like a collision of worlds. Pretty good, like comparing the like different sayings that like Americans use compared to like what we would say in the UK, like cash and dash and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, quite a fun song.
That's cool. I like
that.
Yeah. You don't get a lot of those silly songs anymore. Well,
any what?
You don't get as many silly songs like that. It's not as common, I should say, to have.
Yeah, well, I feel like Pixar and Disney are pretty good for always having a bit of like good fun songs. Like Under the Sea is always like a good fun one. Under the Sea. I don't really think of any other ones, but yeah, there's kind of, I guess, the main ones that stick out to me. I've pretty much gone through my whole list now, so I don't know if there's any others that come to mind for you.
I've got Ferris.
I mean, they might proper. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I'm guessing.
They had a Beatles song in there. I don't know if they had a few, but the Twist and Shout was the one that I remembered.
Oh, of course, yeah. Ferris Bueller's Day Off, yeah. Shake it a baby, twist and shout. That's got some interesting songs. I don't think I recognise half of them, but yeah, I mean, I think that one and Oh Yeah, probably the kind of signature tunes.
Because I remember the scene as well, because he's out in the and he's dad's in the office, like,
yeah, that's right. Yeah, he decides to join the. I think it's the. What do they call it? Like the thing in America where they have that parade where they have all the different people going through the streets. I forget the name, but yeah. And he's like on the stand there singing along. And yeah, it's funny how like so many close calls in that movie. You think you get caught, but you just manage to get away with it. like that. I think that time when he's like in the car, or he's like he's rushing to get home, and his dad's like coming in the car, and then he gets like stopped or pulled over or something. And
It was the Chicago parade that he was in.
Okay, yeah. So it's not the one I was thinking of. I was thinking of like the really big, huh?
It's called the One Steuben Day. I don't know what that is.
Okay, yeah. I was thinking of like the really big one they have that's like really famous.
Oh, it's a German. That makes sense. A German-American parade.
Okay, yeah, right.
On the eve of the
I was,
parade,
Thanksgiving parade. That's the one I was thinking of. Yeah. Carry on. What were you saying?
oh, just yeah, I say it was German-American, obviously from the name.
Yeah. Yeah, right. I didn't know about that.
Yeah, I needed that. There you go. You learn something new.
That's what they say.
What else did I have? I had The Power of Love by Hughley's
Oh,
music.
from Back to the Future. Yeah, yeah. Classic.
Back
Yeah,
in
yeah.
time.
Oh, yeah, true. Back in time, I think they wrote that for the movie as well. Back in time. Do, 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 do. Yeah.
Yeah. What other songs are part of the
Of the
Back
Back to the
to the Future?
Future. There's Johnny Be Good. It's like, Johnny Be Good.
Yeah, that's such a good scene.
Where he, yeah, where he's on like the stage and he's like, everyone's kind of like, what is this guy playing? And then he's like, you guys will appreciate it. Wait, what?
Because he's like, he turns around, he's like, this is an oldie, but it was oldie for him.
Oh, yeah, but obviously they never heard of it. Yeah, it's kind of funny.
And then like he's like calls on the phone. He's like, "This is how you should like remake the song."
Oh no, so the band, the one of the members is like related to Chuck Berry, who's the guy who originally wrote that song, and he's like, "Listen to this, man! It's like really cool."
Yeah.
I was gonna say as well the Harry Potter soundtracks. They're always like really good quality. I think my favorite of them would have to be my favorite movie, which is Order of the Phoenix. Like there's that song Fireworks, where it's like, when Fred and George go into the hall when they're all doing exams and they like shoot off all the fireworks, and there's kind of that very kind of uplifting, joyful music in the background. That's probably one of my favorite. And then also the song from when they're in the room of requirement and they're learning to do Patronuses, and that very kind of uplifting, like, we got this, we're gonna, win, we're gonna do really well kind of vibe to it. So it's got some good soundtrack songs on that one.
Yeah,
I feel like most of the most of the songs are pretty cool. I mean, obviously, like Hedwig theme is pretty well known. What was that?
The best soundtracks, I reckon, were probably from the Order of the Phoenix.
Yeah, the one I was just talking about. Yeah.
Even like the songs that happen when Umbridge like comes in and walks through the corridor.
Yeah, it's got that kind of like menacing vibe to it.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, here comes trouble kind of thing. When she like takes over and everything.
Yeah, and she makes Filch
Kind of entourage or whatever. Yeah.
like
Or her.
Fred and George give him some chocolates, some
Yeah. And he starts getting like pimple things on his face. Yeah. That's pretty funny.
Yeah. also had from the Lego movie, Everything is Awesome.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, I think that was by Lonely Island, that band that has what's his name from Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and Jake
yeah.
Peralta, the guy who plays Jake Peralta. He's in that band. I'm pretty sure. They do these like really weird, wacky songs. Like there's one called like "Throw It on the Ground." It's like it was pretty random, and then there's like they do some pretty weird songs. But that's probably that's probably their most kind of child friendly. I mean, not to say I don't think all of them are super bad, but they're very kind of weird, wacky songs that you kind of wouldn't. They're pretty like obscure in that sense, I guess. We always like mucking around, me and the Jamie and the guys always like mucking around with that "Throw It on the Ground" sound. He's like, I'm not a part of the system. My dad's not a phone. And I don't want your cake. I'll throw it on the ground.
I think we saw that in cinemas, didn't we?
Pretty sure, yeah. We
Yeah.
usually most of those films I feel like we've seen on the cinema. That's it. Yeah, whether they had any other songs on that soundtrack or not. But I think that was kind of like the signature one.
I miss going to the movies.
Yeah, so annoying because we were gonna go, weren't we? And then lockdown got put on. Yeah, yeah, I think that's pretty much the only song from the movie.
It's a very nice upbeat song, though.
Oh yeah, everything is awesome. It's like I feel like a very kind of feel good. So it's just like saying like everything's cool, everything's awesome. Don't be sad. Yeah, turn that frown upside down. Just embrace life, I guess. Yeah, it's pretty cool for that. I feel like a lot of the kind of like songs from like kids' movies have a habit of doing that. Do very like, yeah, life, woo, positivity.
There's also a movie called Smallfoot, which is like a kids animation, and that has a song.
What did you say it was called?
Smallfoot, and it's got
Yeah.
this like Yeti in it. Yeah, it says.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen it, but I think I've seen like the picture of the advertisement. Yeah.
Yeah, because his home is gonna get claimed by humans.
That's right. I think I've seen that. I think I might have seen the trailer for it. Yeah, and they kind of like stumble across upon this human, and they're all like, "What? What's going on?"
Yeah, he goes on a mission, and the song from it's called "Finally Free."
Oh yeah.
About
Oh yeah. Okay.
like when you come together and it's
In harmony.
sort of like even you can like put it with like family, like when you come together.
Yeah. One of those songs that you could just associate with whatever.
Yeah. I keep wanting to see it. And I was like, I'm going to see it in the cinemas. I'm going to see it in the cinemas, and then
I presume they might. I presume you could get it like on Netflix or something.
Yeah, I should have a look. Because I really want to see. Have you ever heard of The Hustle?
Is that the one with Anne Hathaway?
Yeah, and Rebel Wilson.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that, but I'd be interested to watch it.
No, but it's really on Hulu or whatever that program that app is.
Blue
or something.
Oh, Hulu.
Hulu, that
Yeah. Yeah, it's the one that has like all the. Well, I don't remember. It used to have like all the Simpsons clips on YouTube.
Oh yeah. Oh, you can watch it on Amazon.
Right, yeah. Amazon Prime, yeah. what was that movie with Ben Stiller and Eddie Murphy? Was it like called The Heist or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I'm pretty sure.
Tower Hump, wasn't it?
Huh?
The Tower Hump? Or
Oh,
was
the
it
Tower Heist. That was what it was called. Yeah, because it was like,
Tower Hump? Tower Hump, yeah.
ooh, that reminds me of another good movie. What's it called? I can't remember. It's like this Walter Mitty, The Secret Life of Walter Mitty.
Oh my God. That was
That had
a
some like really good
good
tracks in. There was, huh?
Yeah, that's a good movie.
Yeah, it had Lake Michigan, which I like, which is kind of like doo 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 doo, very kind of I don't know what you call it, like a very kind of like yeah, chilled out vibe kind of song. Apparently, it also has Escape. If you like pina coladas, getting caught in the rain. And it also has Don't You Want Me, like Don't You Want Me, Baby, and Space Oddity as well. Man Eater by Hall and Oates. Oh, she's a man eater. Doo-doo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Pina Colada song always reminds me of Grown Ups.
Ah, yeah.
The coach of action. They'll go out. And then,
That's
they
right, yeah.
Schneider's daughter. And it's like, Dad? And I'm like, wait, me?
She's like really like hot or whatever.
Yeah,
Like, whoa, that's your daughter? Like,
90%
you're
of
like
that
such a
song is
weirdo.
from the mom.
Yeah. Good old Adam Sandler movies.
And then he has his daughter that looks just like him, and they're like, "Ah, that makes sense."
Yeah, yeah.
Hippie hair. Yeah.
I'm trying to think if there's any good songs from any Adam Sandler movies. I know there was that "Let My Love Open the Door" song from the one where he becomes like really rich, Mr. Deeds. Like,
Oh
"Let
yeah.
my love open the door." Let my love open. It was by Pete Townsend from The Who. But yeah, and I was also thinking of Guardians of the Galaxy because that's got some good, like, especially the first one. That's got some like good old kind of like 60s, 70s, 80s tunes because obviously it's supposed to be the soundtrack from Chris Pratt's character because he used to live in that era on Earth, and then obviously he gets taken away by I forget the blue guy's name because he kind of. Have you seen Guardians of the Galaxy? It's pretty good, but yeah, like it's got a lot of kind of music from like the 70s when he grew up. There's that song at the start like goes "Ooka shaka, ooka 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 shaka." It's like I can't stop this feeling. That's a pretty like good one, and they got a few other like I think Escapes in that album as well. And there's also like a few other good tracks from that album, from that kind of era.
I'm thinking about Scooby Doo as well. The
Oh,
movie.
the live action, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was
That had a
really
few.
good.
Yeah, they had Grow Up, I think it was.
Yeah, by Simple Plan. Hang on.
Yeah, I was kind of thanks to Scooby Doo that I kind of got into Simple Plan, so that was kind of like the kind of thing that drew me into them watching that.
Yeah, Simple Plan recreating their what's new Scooby Doo.
Yeah, they wrote the song for that. I'm pretty sure for that show, and then there was also an episode that they were featured in as well in that series.
Yeah, I think they were redoing the song to make it.
No, I don't think they redid the song. I think it was just like original one they did for it.
It's their original song, but they're going to
Yeah,
redo it again. Like I saw some posts on Instagram about them.
Like they're gonna redo it, kind of thing.
Yeah, put up on an album or
Okay.
something. I can't remember.
Alright. Yeah. Right. Okay. Yeah, because I feel like because of that, they have a kind of bit of a like a there's like a link between like Scooby Doo and Simple Plan because of that. Because I think they also had the song "Don't Want to Think About You." That was in the second movie.
Oh, yeah.
So they've had a few kind of like there's been a few links there between them and Scooby Doo, which I guess because I used to watch Scooby Doo and then obviously got into them partially because of that. So
Yeah. I have to log in, but I'll show you the post afterwards. It's the most recent one on.
yeah. There's also that movie that I was watching the other day actually called Sky High. You know, the one with the like the superhero school. Yeah, and there's a song that I really like from an album called "I Melt with You" by Bowling for Soup.
Okay.
It's like do 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 do. It's like move forward using all my breath. Do do do. Yeah. And then that other movie I was watching the other day, what was it called? Zoom. That had a lot of like alt Smash Mouth songs in. I found there's like a few songs from Smash Mouth in that movie,
Mm.
which I feel like Smash Mouth seem to be kind of like the soundtrack band because they also did a song in Austin Powers called like "It's a Mystery," and then
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
sure there's like a whole bunch of other ones that they featured in. I know they had that song on Friends, one of the episodes of Friends, called what was it called? Every word is now, every word is now, which
Oh,
is
yeah.
from that episode where they have the party and what's his name? No Fogby guy, or whatever his name
Oh,
is.
yeah.
And yeah.
Definitely. Me, like 3 or
And the
4 months
fog.
in the house. Yeah. You always stick up for the people that we fog.
Yeah. Yeah, I just found a list that's got like all the songs and TV shows that um, Smash Mouth have been in. There's quite a lot. Apparently, they were featured in 2 episodes of What's New Scooby Doo. Oh yeah, they did a song for the Cat in the Hat movie called "Getting Better," which is the Beatles song. You know, I have to admit, it's getting better. It's getting better all the time. Yeah, they did yeah, Austin Powers, they were in Jungle Book 2, apparently. King of Queens, they were in an episode of that. Smallville, Big Fat Liar. I don't know if I ever watched that movie, but I remember that was a fairly, like, well-known teenage movie. Oh, Rat Race. They had All Stars in Rat Race, and they even, well, the guy at least made an appearance in that. And obviously, there's the actual song, which was done by, what's that band called? The Hammer Men. That did who let the dogs out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, 2 episodes of Friends, the one with the routine and the one where Ross moves in, which was both the same song. Apparently, every word means no.
I need to watch that episode the other day where Ross moved in.
Yeah,
I always think when they ask like for $100 for the guy who's retiring, the janitor.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, oh, yeah, the Digimon movie. That was another good soundtrack. That had, I think, that had All Stars.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it also had like a whole bunch of like songs about Digimon, which I really like. And speaking of Digimon, also the Pokemon, the first movie soundtrack was had some good songs. That had It had Soda Pop by Britney Spears. Ooh, the Soda Pop. Bop, she bop, she bop. Um, it also had Brother, My Brother. I don't know if you remember that. Brother, my brother, tell me what we're fighting for. By Blessed Unions of Soul, I think. Yeah, that's those soundtracks were probably another two of my favorites as well. Just trying to find it now. Just typing in all the wrong words. Any other artists that come to mind for you?
I can't really think. I can think of like musicals, lots of
Yeah.
musicals. That'd be another good episode to do is musicals.
We could talk about musicals, but I feel like we have been chatting for a little while.
Yeah, I don't know how long.
Huh?
I don't know how long it's been, but
I mean, we started around, I don't know, like 8 something, and it's now 9:24, so we've been going for about an hour.
wow,
Yeah, also had Somewhere Someday by NXS. Somewhere there's do somewhere. It's also got Get Happy by Bewitched. Everybody get happy. And then Fly With Me by 98 Degrees. Like pretty much like all the 90s boy bands slash girl bands like songs are on this album. Catch Me If You Can, Making My Way, which is by Billy Piper from Doctor Who. Fun with the Funk, If Only Tears Could Bring Me Back to You. We're a Miracle by Christina Aguilera. Don't Say You Love Me. God introduced to you, my friend. Yeah, pretty much like the epitome of 90s music, that album. Like in a good way. Oh yeah, the Digi Rap. Oh, Kids in America was also on that soundtrack. And One Week by Bare Naked Ladies, and the impression that I get.
Yeah.
Yeah. A whole bunch of random songs. Is there anything else you want to talk about, or should we call it a wrap?
I can't think of anything.
Yeah, I feel like we kind of talked about most of the things that artists that I could. I guess I'll ask you the questions then before we go. So, what is your favorite song, artist, album, and genre?
Favorite song at the moment would
Yeah.
be Bad Habits by Ed Sheeran.
Oh, Ed Sheeran. Yeah, that's a pretty good one. I started listening to that. Yeah, bit different to some of his other stuff, but I quite like it.
Goodness.
Bit more technical, I feel.
Would obviously One Direction for a very long time. And
You've got that one too.
Yeah. George Ezra is another one that I really
Oh, Budapest. Oh, I thought you were talking about album for a sec.
No, the artists.
Yeah.
But then I got so many because I got like old and I got new.
Don't feel like you have to sort of go through just maybe like I don't know, top 5 or something, or top 2, whatever you want to go with.
Simple Plan would definitely be up there. Oh, and Maroon 5 as well.
Sure, yeah.
Favorite album?
If you have one.
Probably Avicii's self-titled, the one they released
The one
just
they
after
made
he
after
passed
his
away.
death. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think it's called Him.
Oh
But
yeah.
yeah, probably. And my
True. Oh
favorite,
wait, no. Is that the name of the documentary? I just looked up True Stories, but that might be the
yeah,
name of the doco.
that,
Yeah.
that's a bit done. That gets a bit dark at the end because he gets
Yeah,
really depressed.
for sure. Yeah, kind of what led to him.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the
but
one that's got like SOS and stuff, hasn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
And my
Let's see.
favorite genre of music is pop and rock, the two genres I
Cool.
like.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like you got so many, but pop rock's kind of like a genre in its own.
Fine, yeah, but
Any.
like I like pop and I like rock.
Yeah. But you could have like pop rock, pop
Yeah,
alternative, pop metal, maybe. Other pop metal's a thing. Be a
pop.
weird mixture if it is, but I know there's so many like metal artists out there who have like weird, like genre mixes that kind of wouldn't think would go well together, but they supposedly
Yeah,
work out quite well.
something. I
Cool.
would think of mine.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
No worries. I guess, yeah, until next time, goodbye, and thanks for listening. Thanks for coming, Kate.
No problem.
See ya.